Ghosting can leave us feeling confused, hurt, and full of questions. Why do people do it? And how should we respond? We're about to unpack the psychology behind ghosting and share empowering ways to deal with it. It's time to shed light on this shadowy behavior. And you'll want to stick around until the end because I've got a bonus tip just for you. It's something that'll help you stand strong, no matter the situation. So, let's get started. 1. What is ghosting? We've all heard about it, right? It's when someone you're chatting with, maybe flirting a bit, just goes poof, vanishes without a goodbye. It's like one day you're texting back and forth and then nothing. You're left checking your phone, wondering what went wrong. Now, ghosting isn't new, but with all our apps and social media, it's become way easier to just disappear on someone. It's like, why face an awkward conversation when you can just hit block? But here's the thing. It happens more than you might think. And it's not just in romantic stuff. It could be a friend, a coworker, or even someone you just met. You might be thinking, why do people do this? Well, sometimes it's about avoiding conflict. No one likes to be the bad guy, right? And some people think, if they just slip away, they can avoid hurting someone's feelings. But let's be real. Getting ghosted can feel pretty awful. You're left with all these questions and no answers. But here's what's important to remember. If someone ghosts you, it's not a reflection on you. It's more about them and their own issues or fears. Sure, it's frustrating, but it's their way of dealing with things, not yours. So while it might sting, don't take it to heart. We've all been there, and it says nothing about your worth or who you are. 2. Psychological reasons behind ghosting. So it's not just about not liking confrontation. Sure, that's a big part of it. Nobody wants to be the one to say, hey, this isn't working for me. But it goes deeper than that. Think about it. When you have the whole world at your fingertips, choosing becomes harder. It's the paradox of choice. The more options you have, the harder it is to stick to just one. So, some people ghost because, in the back of their minds, they think they might find something better. It's not cool, but it happens. Then there's the fear factor. Some folks are scared of how their words might hurt someone else. They can't deal with the idea of causing pain, so they choose silence instead. But silence can actually hurt more. It leaves the other person guessing, turning over every moment in their head. And let's not forget about past experiences. Someone might have been ghosted before, and now they think it's the norm. It's like, hey, it happened to me, so it's okay to do it to someone else. It's a cycle, but not a good one. It doesn't solve anything. It just passes the hurt along. Understanding these reasons doesn't make ghosting right, but it can help you see it's not about you. It's about the other person's struggles, fears, or choices. 3. The impact of ghosting on the ghosted. Getting ghosted is like being left in the dark, literally. One day you're chatting, laughing, maybe planning to hang out, and then nothing. It's like hitting a wall. And let's be honest, it stings. You're left wondering, what did I do wrong? But here's the thing. Often it's not about what you did or didn't do. When someone just drops off the radar, it messes with your head. You might start doubting yourself, feeling rejected, or wondering if you're not good enough. That's normal, but it's not fair to you. Ghosting cuts off communication and leaves you without closure. And closure's important, right? It helps us understand, learn, and move on. But without it, you're stuck in this loop of questions. Did they lose their phone? Did something happen? It's like your brain won't let it go. This is tough, but it's part of why ghosting feels so bad. You didn't get to end the story, so it just keeps running in your mind. Remember, being ghosted says more about the ghoster's issues than anything about you. It's about their inability to deal with tough situations or communicate their feelings. Not cool, but it's on them, not you. So, if you've been ghosted, take a breath. It's okay to feel upset, but don't let it define you. You're worth more than someone's inability to say goodbye or I'm not interested. Keep that in mind, and don't let the ghosters drag you down. If you're finding this helpful, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. And share your thoughts or experiences with ghosting in the comments below. Your engagement helps us create content that matters to you. 4. How to respond if you've been ghosted. So, you've been ghosted. It's a bummer, but how you respond can turn this situation into a valuable life lesson. Here's a game plan for handling the ghosting blues with your head held high. First, take a breather. It's natural to want answers, but bombarding them with messages won't help. Give yourself and the ghoster some space. This time is about you, not them. Use it to cool off and collect your thoughts. Next step, reflect but don't obsess. Think about any signs you might have missed or what you could learn from this situation, but don't spiral into self-blame. This is about understanding, not regret. It's okay to analyze the past, but don't let it consume you. If you want, communicate your feelings, but do it for you, not them. If you feel the need, send one clear, concise message expressing how the ghosting made you feel. Then, let it go. Whether they reply or not doesn't matter. You are only expressing yourself and finding closure on your terms. 5. Preventing ghosting in your own relationships. Now, let's flip the discussion. How can we avoid ghosting others? It starts with communication. Be clear about your feelings and intentions. It's not always easy, but it's fair. If you're not feeling it, say so. A simple, honest message is better than silence. You might worry about hurting someone's feelings, but in the long run, honesty is less painful than ghosting. Respect is key. Treat people how you'd want to be treated. Think about it. If you were on the other side, you'd want to know where you stand, right? So, keep that in mind when you're tempted to just vanish. Ghosting can seem like the easy way out, but it leaves the other person hanging, which isn't cool. Remember, communication doesn't have to be harsh. You can be kind and still be clear. A message like, "I've enjoyed getting to know you, but I don't feel a romantic connection," is straightforward and respectful. Sure, it might be uncomfortable, but it shows you respect them and yourself. Also, think about why you want to ghost. Is it to avoid awkwardness? Because you don't want to deal with their reaction? Understanding your own reasons can help you find better ways to handle situations. Maybe you need to work on setting boundaries or being more open about your feelings. By making these changes, you're not just avoiding ghosting, but building stronger, healthier relationships. And that's good for everyone involved. So next time you're thinking of going silent, take a moment and choose communication instead. It makes a world of difference. 6. Moving forward after ghosting. So you've been ghosted, or maybe you've ghosted someone. What's next? It's all about moving forward. This isn't about forgetting what happened, but learning from it and growing. First up, focus on you. After a ghosting episode, it's easy to get caught up in what went wrong. Instead, think about what you really want in relationships. Use this as a learning moment. What can this experience teach you about the kind of communication and respect you value? Then there's the big one, letting go. Holding on to frustration or sadness won't change what happened. It's tough, but forgiving, whether it's the other person or yourself, helps a lot. Forgiveness isn't about saying what happened is okay. It's about choosing not to carry that baggage around. Also, dive into your own interests and friendships. These parts of your life can boost your mood and self-esteem, especially when romantic relationships are a bit rocky. They remind you that there's so much more to your life than just dating. And remember, everyone gets ghosted at some point. It's not just you. Sharing your story with friends can help. You'll probably find out you're not alone, and you might even share a laugh about it. Plus, they can offer support and advice from their own experiences. Lastly, keep your heart open. It's okay to be cautious, but don't shut yourself off from new relationships because of one bad experience. Not everyone will ghost you. There are people out there who value honesty and openness just like you do. All right, here's the bonus tip I promised. When you get ghosted, it's easy to start doubting yourself. But stop right there. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see it. Remember that. You're not defined by someone else's actions or lack thereof. It's all about how you see yourself. Take this moment as a chance to focus on you. What do you love doing? What makes you happy? Dive into those things. Spend time with friends who lift you up and remind you of what you're worth. This is about building a life that makes you so happy, so fulfilled, that whether someone ghosts you or not becomes irrelevant. Your self-worth isn't tied to your relationship status or anyone's approval. It's rooted in how you feel about yourself. So, take care of yourself, mentally and physically. Do things that boost your confidence and make you feel good. That's the real secret to not just surviving ghosting, but thriving in your life. You're awesome, ghosted or not. Never forget that. To learn more about the world of dating, watch our video on the 3 texting mistakes that keep you single. Or, uncover the signs that reveal you're afraid of falling in love. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.